What's going on, everybody? It's Dot Bets checking back in. We have our Week 12 on the Dot NFL live show this morning coming at you. How we feeling this morning? I'm happy that the holidays are over. Love the family. You know, you gotta get away. Watch some football now. Win some money. So, Justin, what's up? It's time. Optimism. Yep. Always Sunday morning optimism. It's like a drug. How happy and excited everybody gets Sunday morning, putting lineups together, putting bets together, and about 12:30 rolls around and you're instantly pissed off. So hopefully we change that this week. Appreciate you guys tuning in. If you guys have any late breaking news, put that in the chat. I just seen a couple that popped up on my phone. Cordell Patterson is in. That's the only iffy one. The other one is going to be the 3 o'clock slate, which we probably won't get till a little bit later on with Aaron Jones. That's going to skew some of the lineups that we have. However, if you are building DFS lineups, came here for some advice. Go build it like Aaron Jones is out, and then you can swap Dylan. You know, if you have, because you're only going to have Dylan in there, you can swap it to Darrell since they're pretty close in price. So it's a little advice that you could do. I'm building my lineups as though Aaron Jones is not going to play. So that's how I'm going to roll. This slate overall for DFS, a little bit wide open. And some of the game stacks are just too expensive to run it back with and get an actual worthwhile lineup construction. So what I decided to do is go 4 different stacks, and it's just one side of the game. So I'm going to go Bucks 3 and Colts 1. So I'm going to do, Brady, Gronk, Godwin, Brady, Gronk, Evans type of deal, and then come back with either Pittman or Taylor. So those are my game stacks there. And then Carolina, Miami, I'm going to go 3 from Carolina, 1 from Miami. That will be Newton, Moore, McCaffrey, Newton, Moore, Anderson, and then come back with either Waddle or Gesicki. And then we're going to go Denver 3 to Chargers 1. We got Denver with Bridgewater, Sutton, and Judy. And then you can throw Fant in there as well. And then you come back with either Allen, Williams, and Eckler. You could swap that. You could go 3-by-1 LA. What I've just been noticing this season is not all 3 of them don't really pop off at the same time. It's usually one or the other. Eckler had like 4 touchdowns last week. I'm staying away from that completely game stacking. I'm just going to go and hope it's Eckler or hope it's Allen or hope it's Williams. Either one of those guys. Then my last one is going to be Minnesota 3-by-1. Cousins, Jefferson, Thielen. This is a little bit more expensive. And then you have Stan Fran coming back with Debo, or I left off George Kittle from my my player pool because I like a little bit better tight ends, a little bit less expensive, so we can fit in some more stuff. So, got any questions with game stacking? Let me know in the chat. Panthers benching Terrence Marshall, new rookie active. Who's the new rookie? I got Robbie Anderson coming alive late in the season. Just because of Cam Newton. Crazy enough to say it, but I'm going to say it on the stream. Right behind me, guys, we got matchbets.com. Use code DB100, and you get a 100% sign-up bonus with these guys. Basically, scroll down here. It is just head-to-head sports wagering with less juice. So this guy, wager placed by Runk on New England Patriots. So if you think that the Tennessee Titans are going to go money line winners, match with him, you go straight up, and winner gets $10 down, win 21.2. So, crazy. I like this concept. I think it's really unique. And then if nobody ends up using your match bet on the site, you can just go up against the sportsbook itself. So that's DB100. Check out matchbets.com. So look at the Fantasy Lives model. We'll get into the picks here shortly. So I gave you my game stacks with Brady, Newton, Bridgewater, and Cousins as my game stacks. Tyrod Taylor has been very popular this week. He allows you to do a lot of things. I'm not necessarily just don't trust him in the pass game. I think Cam has more upside than he does, and he's only $300 more expensive. So I'm going to go Newton, and then Bridgewater is the same price as Tyrod, and he has a lot more options around him in a better matchup against this Chargers defense that is allowing anybody to do anything against them. So I'm very, very excited to throw out Teddy Bridgewater. Stanton, what's up, man? He says, "Don't say right." No shit, man. He's been horrific to start the year. I don't have much of him, but he will be in maybe one Newton stack, maybe one. But no, you got to go cheap at the quarterback position. The only one that I'm stacking that's very expensive is Tom Brady. He's the most expensive on the slate just because I need exposure to that game. I don't trust Carson Wentz coming back at 5,800. You guys can. I don't trust him personally. So I'm going to go with the guy who has done it for decades upon decades and go Tom Brady against the Colts pass defense that has been pretty shitty this year, and you definitely can get exploited. But that game's going to be awesome to watch. So that's going to be my favorite. Them and then the Rams and Green Bay they're the two games I want to watch. Probably the whole rest of the world wants to watch those two games. Running backs, man, it was so hard to narrow my player pool, just because I liked a lot of them. Probably my favorite two is Miles Sanders with no Jordan Howard, so you're going to get a lot of workload. I'm hoping Jalen Hurts does not steal multiple touchdowns from him. I'm okay with stealing one, but give one to Miles Sanders. Please, God, Jalen. Please, God, don't steal all of them. Boston Scott will be in the mix as well, but it's going to be the Miles Sanders show like it always should have been until he got hurt. Then another cheap option that I like is, where is that guy? Dontrell Hilliard. So he's $4,600. He was involved in the pass game. I know the Patriots defense is very, very good, but if you believe that it's going to be a trailing game script, Hilliard is your guy. He had 10 targets last week, 8 catches, 4,600. He should smash that. He allows you to do a lot of work with your lineup construction if you plug him in. Another guy you could throw in there is Ty Johnson. He's a little bit higher ranked in the model, but he's still splitting snaps with Tevin Coleman. I know you're splitting snaps with Foreman with Hilliard, but Foreman's only going to be used if it's a close game. They're not going to be used if they're down by double digits, which I think they will be. So let me know if you guys have got any questions over DFS. I'm just running through my player pool construction. We'll get to the picks in about 4 minutes or so. Wide receivers, basically, I'm going to have a lot of Bucks, Panthers, Broncos, and Vikings receivers. So stack those accordingly. The guys that I'm bringing back, kind of to just tie in the lineup, I like Jamar Chase a lot today. They can give up some good, big play passes against the Steelers. Even though you'll see in the picks that I'm on the other side there. But I do like Jamar Chase this week. Another guy is Shenault here at 4,400. So he's another guy that allows you to get a little bit different. Shenault should be featured part of that offense now, how he was supposed to be, but then Jamal Agnew came into the picture. Now Agnew is on IR, so Shenault is a very popular play. I'd like his ownership to stay probably in between the 10 to 15% range, so he's going to be pretty popular, but I like Shenault. They said that he was going to be used out of the backfield a little bit more too, so I'm okay with that. Give me Shenault at 4,400. If you don't want to go that cheap, Jerry Jeudy at 5,500 is phenomenal price. And there's one other one that's like 50. Let's see if I can find them real quick. A lot of people are high on Kenny Galladay today. I had him in my player pool, and it wasn't spitting out enough, so I decided to go against it, and I just took him out. OBJ, I will not have any of him yet. I'm waiting to see maybe another game or so. Who was that other one? Oh, this is the guy. Sorry. Van Jefferson. This was the guy. Not OBJ. That's what made me think of it, though. So he's gotten 7, 6, 7, and 7 targets. He is going to get a lot of run, and they do not trust. They just don't trust OBJ yet. I'm okay with fading OBJ this week and sticking with Van Jefferson. I like him as a cheap piece there at $4,900. So if you don't want to go too cheap with Shenault, pay up a little bit more. I guess you could believe in Marvin Jones a little bit more. He's just one of those guys where it's like you want him to smash, but he never smashes. He hasn't smashed in like 4 straight weeks. So hopefully he smashes this week. You know, he came off 7, 5, 6, 6 after his 7 for 10 performance, 100 yards against the Dolphins. A little bit better matchup here against the Falcons. So we'll see if he can get there. Let me know who you guys are on for DFS. Justin says DK doesn't even have Kenny's props up. Shame. Never mind. Taking over. You think he's going to be integrated? Wow. Tight end position. You know, Evan Ingram. He sticks out to me in that particular game. I think he's going to be a little bit more popular than I would want him to be. So I'm going to be off of him completely. I'm going to go Kyle Pitts a lot. I'm going to go Gronk a lot. And then Pat Freiermuth is probably my go-to tight end this week. Him or Fant. Like these guys a lot, especially Ebron's out. It's just going to be the Freiermuth show the entire rest of the season. If you pick them up off the waivers, you might have yourself a tight end for the rest of the season. Tight end 1 for the rest of the season off the waivers. So that's always nice to get late in the season. You know, as you can see, 6 or more targets in the last 5 games. So and he's gotten 4 touchdowns last 4 games. Guy's been seriously a beast, and you know his price is probably going to be as cheapest that it will be moving forward at $4,300. So plug him in. I would pivot from the Ingram ownership to the Freiermuth construct if you're going to do that for your with your lineups. I would pivot off of Ingram. So yeah, let me know if you got any other DFS questions. I'll answer them as we go, and then we'll get into the picks. Taylor Gang got him and gonna upset someone today. Should I start McKissick or Tim Patrick in a half-point PPR league? I don't know if I should be giving you any lineup advice, Max. Oh, McKissick or Tim Patrick? If I wanted to tell you bad advice, I would tell you to start McKissick, but yeah, I would start Tim Patrick. Just because I'm a good guy. All right, let's get into the picks, damn it. All right, here we go. Week 12 on the dot. As you guys can see, we've climbed out of our hole. Thank God. That took forever. But we have been positive for the last 3 weeks. So we've been about 5 units or so in the green after being well in the red after week 3. So I was glad to see that. But we are back to 500, pretty much starting anew. We're going to just keep flying positively into the future. So let's go. First one, we got Steelers plus 3.5. Told you guys. Oh shit, Max says Fantasy Pro says McKissick. I mean, how close is it? It's probably pretty close. Patrick just has good big play potential here. But no, Steelers plus 3.5 here. I think this is a perfect Tomlin-esque game. As you guys can see, as an underdog, 35-15-2 against the spread after week 3 in his career by those Tomlin-led Steelers teams. He gets his teams motivated for these types of games. I'm okay with even doing a money line bet here. I'm just going to stick with the points. I think these teams are both pretty evenly matched. That's why I'm just going to take the points here. I thought this was going to be lower than a field goal, maybe closer to like 1.5. So you're getting a ton of value here at plus 3.5 with the Steelers. I just think from a team-by-team perspective, you know, you guys see Steelers are 22nd in DVOA and the Bengals are 21st. So a 3.5 point spread, you're getting a bunch of value here with the points. So, but you can definitely take the money line here. I like the revenge aspect of this game. They just got beat by them this past I think it was week 3, 4. Someone correct me on that. But I truly like the Steelers here to dominate, and they get T.J. Watt back. I don't know if Minkah Fitzpatrick is back. Let me know in the chat if you guys know if he's in or not. Either way, I don't mind it. I don't think it's going to be a shootout, but I do think Big Ben is going to be able to throw it against this Bengals defense here. So I'm taking the Steelers plus 3.5. Let me know if you guys like this pick. If you guys are on it, what do you got? Charles R., what's up, man? What do you think of James Robinson and Mixon touchdown? I'm good with the Robinson one. Mixon scares me. I know he's going to get a little bit more run. For whatever reason, I think in this game, Burrow's going to throw it in the red zone. I don't know why. It gets. I'm picturing that in my head. I think he's going to throw it, which Mixon has been getting a little bit more run in the pass game, so I could see a Mixon touchdown. I probably would lean Robinson over Mixon in the touchdown category there. Next one, we're going to go another dog. Vikings +3 at +100 for 1 unit. This spot is such a great spot for the Vikings. I was stunned to see that they were dogs, to be honest with you. Both teams need to win to be in the playoff consideration for the wild card. So this game will mean a lot to both teams. I just think it's a very good spot for a letdown for the 49ers after their big win against the Rams. And they just don't excite me. The 49ers just don't excite me. And I think the Vikings, they keep games close the entire season long. And you guys can see them on the screen here. 49ers are 1-4 straight up at home this season. So they have not played well, while Vikings keep the game close. I think Cousins, Justin Jefferson, Cook, and Thielen can keep this game close and end up dominating this game. I think they get up, I'll say, by 10-plus points early on in this game and hold on for dear life. But I do think that they win this game. So I do see the points being some value, but I like Vikings +3. Steelers all day. I hope we align. Yep. What's up, Justin? Nice. And then Zimmer-led Vikings team. Some nice little trend here. 33-20 against the spread as underdogs in his career with the Vikings. So a nice little trend that helps there. So I'm on the Vikings. So 2 dog plays to start, and then we have an underplay. And if you know me, I hate taking unders, but this warrants it right here. The Titans literally have nobody on their roster that could create explosive plays. I mean, Tannehill's going to try his hardest, but this Patriots defense has been absolutely elite for the last 5 weeks. And as you see on the screen, the Titans have averaged only 21.3 points per game without Derrick Henry. Now they don't have Julio or A.J. Brown. I don't see how they're going to be able to move the clock or move the ball down the field explosively, very quickly. I don't see that whatsoever. And then the Titans defense has actually shown improvement. This is why I do like the under here, is because the Titans defense has shown improvement. And then the Patriots can ultimately control the game with their ground game. Harris is active. Stevenson is active. I think Hunter Henry and Janu are active as well. So the Patriots are a full go. I love the Patriots here, but I also like the under. So I'm going to take the under here as well and go from there. So let me know if you guys like any of those 3 spreads and under plays. I got some props here. Oh, here we go. Here's the prop bets we got. So I like Big Ben against the Bengals. I'm taking his over 256.5 pass yards. He has hit this in 2 of his last 3, and the Bengals they struggle mightily against guys that can get the ball out quick. They've given up 344 to Rodgers. Cousins threw over for like 400 yards, and Mike, or not close to 400, and then Mike White threw for over 400 yards. And now you have Big Ben, who comes in, who's got Deontay healthy, has Claypool back, and Najee will get some exposure out of the backfield. And then you have Freiermuth. I like this guy to compete for 300 pass yards today. So if you want to take maybe an alternate spread on FanDuel, can definitely do that. I do like Big Ben here. Charles says Patterson active for the Falcons. Okay, so he's active. Probably not going to be in my player pool. I've tend to lay off of guys with high ankle sprains or injuries to their ankle in my lineups. So I'm going to be off of Cordell. If you have a season long, you got to play Cordell. I think you definitely have to with his usage in the pass game, and you probably don't have much else if you're relying on Cordell. So in season long, you got to play him. Then you got a Dalvin Cook. Great matchup here. Just like I'm kind of piggybacking on my Vikings pick here. I'll show you with the props.cash website as well on these two props. Cook on the road has hit this like 4 or 5, and they tend to rely on Dalvin Cook a little bit more on the road, give him a little bit more attempts. And plus, with this game script being supposed to be pretty close, and then if they end up getting up, they're going to force feed Dalvin Cook the football. And I like for him to get closer to about 90, closer to that 100-yard rushing marker there. 78.5, I think, is just too low. Minus 115, I'll take it. I'll take it for 1 unit here. Then my anytime touchdown is Saquon Barkley. The Eagles give up the 5th most running back touchdowns in the league. So they can run the ball efficiently, but they also give up the running against them pretty well. So Saquon Barkley, anytime touchdown, plus 150. Great odds. Last week we were on Gaskin, plus 150. So I try to look for the best running back value on the slate, and I think this is pretty damn good right here. Saquon's an elite runner. I'm hoping that ankle stays healthy throughout this entire game here, and if he does, he should get in not once but maybe twice. So I do like Saquon anytime touchdown plus 150. If anybody's just tuning in, I'll run by these one more time. So we got Steelers plus 3.5, Vikings plus 3, so 2 dog picks. We got the Patriots Titans under 43.5, and then we have our prop bets here at Big Ben's passing yards over, Dalvin Cook over rush yards, Saquon Barkley anytime touchdown. So I'm really excited. I really like this slate. Really like this. Like these 3 plays. Like these 3 props. Looking to go 6-0 for the first time on stream. We went 4-2 last week. Let's go 6-0. If you guys have any other questions, let me know. I'll be here for like 5 more minutes. I'm going to show you guys on the props.cash. So this is Big Ben here. I think the line went to 257.5 before I got on stream, but I'm okay with 257.5. Definitely think so. He can get there. As you can see here below, pass yards per game, since he gives up 255. So that's 25th in the league, or 25th worst in the league, which is good. And you got 255. I don't think they're going to rely. Najee will have his usual volume. I love Big Ben to get his today on the pass yards. Charles R., you think Pitts is going to have himself a game today? I hope so. And if you follow me, any of my guys at Occupy Fantasy, guys right below, sign up with them. Tell them I sent you as well. They are very high on Kyle Pitts. He's one of their underperforming wide receivers, and those guys tend to pop off. So I like Pitts today. I'm going to be hesitant and not go all in on him. But if I made 20 lineups, I have him about 4 or 5. So about 20%, 25%. Yeah, keep those questions coming. I'll probably be here for another 4 minutes or so. We get out of here right at 11. I'll show you guys the Dalvin Cook props. Also, if you guys want 10% off at props.cash, sign up with code .bets off their annual membership. I think it's $199. So you get 10% off courtesy of the code .bets. So just check those guys out. Really, I use these guys religiously when it comes to prop betting. They are the best in the game in regards to just like displaying it the way you want to see it, and then also having the correct data and whatnot. So love these guys. What do we got? We're gonna go Minnesota. So it's 79.5 apparently. I'll check the final odds here shortly. I'm okay with 79.5. So this is his last, this is the entire season here, because he's missed a couple games. So he's hit this in 5 of 8 games, and then you can filter it grass, turf. You can filter home and away. So I'll show you away games here. So 4 of the 5 games, he just gets heavily relied upon for whatever reason. Nice little matchups here, but Arizona, Carolina, Baltimore, and the Chargers. Chargers you can run on all day long. So it's currently at 70.5. Okay, thanks, Justin. And then, running on Carolina, 140. He's just a good enough back. I love this. I think this total is too short. And then you can see like their historical lines. So his previous lines for throughout the season, 95.5, 77.5, so 916, 69.5, 72.5. Those are when he was battling those injuries. Then he's gotten a little bit more healthy, and it's now 80s, 74, 90, 83. So it's come back down a little bit. Do like Dalvin to get over 80 rush yards today. Data supports that as well, which is always nice to see. I just love the matchup against the 49ers as well. So if you guys have any questions about any props that you want me to look up on props.cash, definitely can do that. If you guys are iffy on anybody, let me know. Join the free Discord as well. We have over 200 members. We absolutely just shoot the shit over any type of sports betting, any type of DFS advice, just sports in general. It's actually at the homepage of the Twitch, of my Twitch website, or if you just go to Twitter @.bets, go to my link tree and click join the Discord. It's free to join, and you're in. And I gave actually all Discord members a 50% off for my VIP membership for the month of December. So if you get in there and you want to take advantage of my VIP, go right ahead, and we'll get after it. So we got one more question here. Charles R. Do you think JT can get a touchdown? Hey, we said this last time on the stream. We said if we can keep it going, I think he gets in. I just think they are so. I just don't understand how efficient they could be in running, and it's just incredible. So I'm all about JT. I like JT this week again. We liked him last week against Buffalo, even though it was a shit matchup. But as you can see, his rush yards are 80.5, so right at the same as Dalvin Cook. But the Bucs and the Bills stop the run very well. I just don't think it matters with this offensive line that has been healthy. It's completely healthy now for the Colts with Quentin Nelson back, and as you guys can see here, he scored a touchdown. 5 touchdowns. Those are on the road. Sorry, let's go all. So he scored a touchdown 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games in a row. So if you've got an open parlay for all those, congrats to you. But no, he's not gonna get 5, but he's gonna get 1. He'll get 1 today. I think so for sure. Especially at home. That's always the key factor there. I think at home they're going to be able to move the football. This game is going to be incredible to watch. I'm very excited for it. I'm glad it is at noon. So usually what the NFL does is they put their damn good games at like 3, so everybody keeps watching those noon games. But I'm glad this is at noon, and then you got the Rams at the Packers at 3. And we will be waiting on the Aaron Jones news for lineup constructions. Like I said before, build it like he's not playing. Then you can pivot Dylan to Darrell Henderson right there. So it's easy enough to do that. If anybody is just tuning in this stream, rewatch it. I'm about to get up on out of here with all my picks and props on that end. We will get up on out of here. Go check out Match Bets. Go check out props.cash. Go check out Occupy Fantasy. Also, join the free Discord below in the homepage or in the link tree on Twitter. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Love doing the show. So we'll be back next Sunday as well. We'll have streams throughout the week. Trying to initiate an NBA show. I know if you guys follow me on Twitter, I've been giving free prop every single day. I'm going to try to do a prop show for the NBA. I'm just going to try to see if it's on maybe a Wednesday night or a Friday night. Usually those are the bigger nights there. So if you have any input, join the Discord and let me know what night works probably better for you guys. Probably either Wednesday or Friday. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Let's go 6-0. Let's sweep it and let's cash. See you guys.